Hello, my name is Dr. Marc Schaffer, and I am the proud Superintendent of Schools for Thompson School District in Loveland, Colorado. I'm so glad you have joined us for this important community event celebrating the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Today, we are happy to recognize some of our students at this virtual event who have shown courage and shared their stories through art and writing. Their entries demonstrate examples of the values and ideals of Dr. King. Values and ideals TSD shares and seeks to realize in our strategic plan, Strive 2025, board policies, and other guiding documents. We are committed to ensuring an inclusive and supportive culture and welcoming safe and inclusive facilities for all of our students, staff, and community members. In TSD, we are also committed to graduating students who are well prepared to contribute in their community and compete in a global economy. Their participation in this art and writing contest demonstrates our portrait of a graduate and competencies such as showing empathy, compassion, and respect for others, and taking actions that respect the needs of others. Again, thank you for attending the virtual MLK celebration to honor the student winners of the 2022 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Art and Writing Contest.
Bienvenidos, soy Dra. María Gabriel, soy la directora de Equidad, Diversidad y Inclusión para el Distrito Escolar Thompson. Hello, my name is Dr. María Gabriel, the Director of Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion, EDI, here in Thompson School District. Welcome to the 2022 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. virtual celebration. Thompson School District is filled with talented students, and we are excited that so many students entered the art and writing contest in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We had 86 students between grades K through 11 enter the contest this year. We want to start by thanking the teachers who took time from their classes to invite their students to participate, and the families who supported their students with their writing and art creation. This year, the contest theme was based on one of Dr. King's famous quotes from a speech in Montgomery, Alabama in 1957. Courage is an inner resolution to go forward in spite of obstacles and frightening situations. This theme is timely and reminds us that our hearts and minds can guide us to move through scary or difficult situations, and that this is a special kind of courage. Today, we have the wonderful opportunity to hear from two teachers about why they invite their students to participate in this annual contest, see the art contest winners' interpretations of their courage to move through a scary or difficult situation, and to hear the first place student writing contest winners recount their experiences showing courage in the face of obstacles and frightening situations. We will also share pictures of our second and third place writing winners. We hope that as you are watching and listening, that it becomes clear to you, as it did to us, that there is courage and hope to be found in every obstacle that we face. These students' representations of inner strength and overcoming adversity are insightful and will inspire us to keep moving forward, to remind us that we can overcome anything. Congratulations again to all of the 2022 Martin Luther King Art and Writing winners. Thank you for joining us, and please enjoy.
I'm Ellen Chavernick, and I teach kindergarten here at Garfield, and I've been participating in the Martin Luther King Jr. celebration ever since some of my friends started it long ago. And here at Garfield, because we are the art school, we pay, and because we think of inclusion and including everybody as one of our tenets. Because of that, the contest has really been a motivation for our kids to think about how they can be kind to each other. I also write about inclusion, and so as I have my dream is that the little boys and girls that I teach now will grow up into a world where everyone is treated equally. So that's why we did it.
Hi, my name is Mindi Mayberry, and I have been teaching kindergarten for 19 years. Currently, I'm teaching at High Plains School. I have my kids participate in the Martin Luther King Jr. essay contest every year because I believe that kids need to understand and learn about the impact of Dr. King's vision. When we're doing this project, my students make personal connections to the ideals and visions of Dr. King's inclusive society. They truly understand what it means to be kind and to stand up for what is right. I'm proud to work in a district that celebrates and promotes diversity and encourages not only older students, but younger students and community members to think about what Dr. King's vision means for their lives.
Hi, my name is Raby. I'm in first grade. I'm in Centennial Eagle School.
Hello, my name is Axel Morgan. I am 7th grade at Erwin. My little drawing is a lion.
Kang, and I am 2nd grade, and I won the first place of the Martin Luther King riding in Riverview. The military leaders will not give the people anymore a democracy. The people are brave. They yell and nosy and put their 3 fingers up to show the mental leaders they want democracy.
Hi, I'm Gabrielle Bozic, and I go to Coyote Ridge Elementary School. I'm a 5th grader, and this is my Martin Luther King Jr. essay. They taped my feet together so that I could not move them and put a white blanket on me. I was bored. I waited and waited inside that big, noisy, blaring, booming, deafening, roaring, ear-splitting, thunderous machine, staring at a spot of brown inside the vast tube of an MRI, until finally they pulled me out after what seemed like hours. Is it done already? Because that was quick, my mom inquired. No, we have to inject some contrast to make the tumor stand out, one of the doctors replied. Inject? What was this word? What did it mean? One of the medics got out a syringe filled with some kind of liquid. Were they going to give me a shot? They pierced my skin with a needle. This injection was way more painful than any other as far as I knew. They put me back in the machine for what felt like a long time, until finally they took me out. I was glad it was over. Just the day before, I thought I was a normal kid who pulled her hamstring. Just the very day before, I was in the doctor's office getting x-rays, expecting everything to come out clear. But that day, my life changed forever. An MRI was scheduled for the very next day to scan a bone tumor in my femur. We got the results of my MRI back. We still didn't know what kind of tumor it was. I was going to have surgery to test my bone tumor for cancer, and then, depending on the results, remove the tumor. The doctors predicted it would be a long recovery. A week later, on the way to the surgery, I looked out the car window at the ever-changing scenes. I was in disbelief until this very moment. What if I have cancer? What if they can't fix my leg? I wondered inside my head. When we arrived at Children's Hospital, we headed to the appointed room and waited. We waited and waited for a very long time. I will always remember how long and grueling that tense wait was. Finally, the doctors entered the room and wheeled my hospital bed out the door. My mother and father were not allowed to go back to the operating room with me. I was all alone now. I soon fell asleep under the anesthesia, and they began the surgery. I opened my eyes and looked up into the blurry figures of my parents. Do I have cancer? I asked. No, my mom replied. I felt a strong sense of relief and fell back to sleep. I was very grateful that I didn't have cancer, but the recovery was still horrible. I was not able to put any weight on my leg. I used a wheelchair for 12 weeks. I had so much energy, but I couldn't let it out through my legs by running, jumping, skipping, hopping, or much of anything. I now had 4 screws and a plate holding my right femur together. The year following the surgery, I was in strenuous physical therapy because I had to work on strength and mobility. I am to this day still in counseling to work on my anxiety towards doctors. I still do get scared around doctors. I've now been in counseling for about 2 years, and I'm making progress. Until I'm done growing, I have to go back to the doctors every few months to get x-rays. I don't like going to leg appointments, but I do it anyway. My advice if I were ever to meet someone going through something like me is to never, never, never give up and to have hope. I've had other challenges in my life, such as friendship, math, and social study, school struggles. But these challenges have seemed much less difficult compared with this. This experience made me a stronger person.
I'm Aaron Alvarado. I'm in 8th grade and I'm from Riverview School. And here's my Martin Luther King essay. Nací en Honduras, un país latinoamericano, y vengo de una familia judía y española. La primera vez que vine a Estados Unidos tenía 4 años y siempre venía y me iba del país. Pero cuando me vine a quedar permanentemente tenía 13. Y la primera escuela estadounidense que fui fue Riverview PK8. La escuela era muy bonita y nada comparada con las de Honduras. Empecé a 8º grado en esta escuela y todo era muy diferente a lo de Honduras. Pero lo que más noté que era diferente eran los estudiantes. En Honduras todo el mundo era bien amable y la verdad no habían grupos de amigos, todos eran amigos, pero aquí había como divisiones y la verdad no me importaban. Muchos niños creían que yo era mexicano y hablaba mexicano, lo que me molestaba porque yo no soy mexicano. No es que haya algo malo con México, es un gran país, pero por más que explicaba, todo el mundo creía que yo era mexicano y siempre les decía: nací en Honduras y soy de una familia judía española. El primer incidente que tuve en esta escuela fue cuando un niño me estaba diciendo que si yo lo eliminaba de un juego, eso me hacía especial. Lo que me enojó, pero después me empujó de una forma pesada y eso me enojó aún más. Entonces le di un puñetazo. Lo que fue mal de mí, pero yo ya no lo soportaba. Eso me metió en problemas como la detención. Pero al final ese niño y yo nos volvimos amigos e hicimos las paces. En eso viene el segundo incidente. Yo siempre he estado evitando problemas desde el primer incidente, pero otro niño creyó que sería divertido molestándome tirándome una pelota grande a la cabeza 2 veces, lo que me enojó, pero yo le dije que no quería pelear. Pero para que parara de tirar la pelota se la pateé en las manos y las cámaras pareció que yo pateé al niño, lo que no funcionó a mi favor y estuve en detención otra vez. Lo que he aprendido en todas estas ocasiones es que ellos se meten en mis nervios y me provocan y ellos quieren que yo me meta con ellos y que se me salga la ira. En eso viene el valor que he mejorado, la resiliencia. Yo no tengo que probarles nada, yo no tengo que hacerles caso, solo tengo que ignorarlos. A todos yo les agradezco que mis amigos y mis familiares me ayudan a pasar por estas situaciones, dándome consejos y expresando cómo debería actuar. El ignorarlos no es perder, sino caer en la tentación lo es.
Hi, my name is Jaden Fitzpatrick. I am a sophomore at Thompson Valley High School, and this is my poem entitled Courage. Many events have taken place over the past year, a great number of which have caused much fear. Yet we've all found a way to push through, even when we felt we had no clue. It's the perseverance that matters, our courage. When we're told not to speak out, we decide to push through without a doubt. When the fight has said to already have been lost, we continue to fight without considering the cost. It's the perseverance that matters, our courage. Courage is defined as an inner resolution in our mind, to keep pushing forward as if we were blind. Except we are being guided by a light, a faint north star, shone bright by our own heart and love, even when we start to feel subpar. It's the perseverance that matters, our courage. I, for one, along with many, have begun to feel the need to fight for what's right, although I'm often too timid and only work to others' delight. However, other people's actions have shown that I too can express my thoughts and feelings on my own. It's the perseverance that matters, our courage. Now that I've seen the power of what my voice can do, I encourage others to see it too. What influence can you impose using your own words, not those that are filtered and blurred? The words that you have drawn with your own tongue, those that are waiting to be sung. Let your voice be heard from the rooftops all around town, let it be known. You too have found your voice and the ability to speak up, to speak out against the corrupt and never let up, because it's the perseverance that matters, our courage. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Samantha Parker. I am a TSD community member and a parent of students in Thompson schools. I have served on the 2021 Community Educational Equity Task Force and have been a social work intern with the Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Department in the district this fall. As part of that work, I have served as the coordinator of TSD's first ever Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Community Art Contest. In the spirit of creating an inclusive and supportive culture throughout the TSD community, we invited community members to submit art pieces that represent their interpretation of this year's theme. Courage is an inner resolution to go forward in spite of obstacles and frightening situations. Thank you to each of the talented artists who created and entered such beautiful art pieces. And a special thank you to the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Loveland Events for their collaboration in this effort. I'm excited to present to you the winning art pieces that invite us all to consider our shared value for equity, diversity, and inclusion, and the life and legacy of Dr. King. I hope you enjoy the winning pieces as much as I do.